So around lunch today, people were saying, you know, we've done all these great things and we have big influencers who are doing great work for us, and we have a lot of followers, but how do we turn that into sales? So can you be a little more specific? If they've already gone that path, I don't know their business, I don't know whether they had a strategy to begin with, but if you're at that point, maybe if you've taken a backwards approach to it, how can you take that and turn it into something that you can show your upper management and say, look, this is working?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I hear that too. I hear, you know, well, we put up a blog and, you know, it's not working. You know, there's nobody reading it. It's kind of a backwater, right? There's kind of there's tumbleweeds, you know, sort of rolling through the comment section. That's what I hear.
I call it the blog graveyard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I hear that all the time too. I mean, the reality is, I mean, I don't know their businesses either, but they definitely need to have a strategy in place, like I said. Assuming that they have that, assuming that they've done everything great, okay, that they do know what they're doing, that they've put up these, you know, sort of social or that they've attached tactics to those goals. In other words, you know, they have a goal, they have a blog that they've attached to it, they have a Twitter stream and so on. So let's assume that they have all that. I mean, I think that there are two ways that I answer that question. The first one is, you know, you kind of don't have a choice, right? In the sense that if you're not publishing content online, you kind of don't exist. And I think that's a really important thing to embrace. Because the reality is, you know, it's like the content that you're putting out there is really telling your audience, your prospects, who you are. So I think you've really got to take that seriously. This isn't a one and done campaign. You know, you're not going to see results in 3 months. It's going to take some time. It's essentially kind of nurturing those prospects along. The second thing is, so I guess, you know, having said that, all right, it's not a one and done campaign. You've got to have some patience with these tactics and so on. But at the same time, you know, you've also got to create kind of a path to conversion, right? So you can't just, you know, throw something up and just assume that it's going to work magically. I think you've got to be very intentional in what you're trying to do. So, you know, does your blog have a call to action, for example? Are you providing opportunities for your customers to be more engaged with you? So by that I mean, you know, okay, so you throw up a really great blog about, I don't know, something like, say that you sell tankless water heaters. You know, are you providing the opportunity to download a guide about, you know, what are the advantages of a tankless water heater versus a tank full? Is there such a thing, water heater? I don't even know if there is, but let's assume that there is. So my point is, you know, are you building a database from your blog? You know, are you sort of, you know, incorporating some traditional marketing tactics along with social media? You know, this is not a magic bullet. The reality is you've got to integrate it in what you're doing, and only then, I think, are you really going to see some results. So.